Either way, show you my Soul Calibur 6 character creation. As of right now on that's Glory 2 as well. So show you my character creation on Soul Calibur 6. But I need to get hurry and get the 50 subs on YouTube on unique option. And hopefully get the 50 subscribers on my other ones so I can keep those videos afloat and keep them coming every day. I also had to probably add more podcasts, but just either way. Show you my Soul Calibur 6 character creation on X Glory 2. So anyway, let's get to it. Pull it up right now here. Second, guys. Second, guys. Just pulling it up. Second here. All right. Okay, guys. So it's one of the people that I made for Soul Calibur section. As for Glory 2, obviously, and from the tall girl communities, obviously. Wasn't hard to make her, obviously. So as you can see, her name is Jay, but I already know what her last name is. So we'll just maybe put her whole last name in there, unfortunately. But show her battle comments on memes. Oh, that's just come on. Either way, these are her memes. Either way. Oh, forgot to do the covers for this one. Just a second, guys, here. Gotta do the cover for this one. I almost forgot to do one for this one. Oh, Jay, pretty much. Hey guys. Okay, here. So make sure I do that. There we go. Alright, that's done now. Yeah, those are RMMs. Doing a taunt, victory animation. A taunt, guard crushes, victory animation. Guard and pass, critical edge, mem, reversal edge meme. Lethal hit meme, soul charge last minute theme. Wolf, gotta turn this to red. Okay, here, fix that. Okay, here. There we go. And the other memes, her burst screen meme, her battle star man upon losing meme. But there you go. One of the people that I made from all the talk art communities on IG and on YouTube, and it wasn't hard to make her, obviously. So, yeah, there you have it there. So, yeah. I'm sure that saves. Either way, just had to edit her which gone. But either way, another person I made from the talk art community, obviously, Jackie. I know her last name, just that it wouldn't really put her in the last name because only so many words you could put it in for the last name. Either way, wasn't hard to make her, obviously, because she's sponsored in all the talk communities on YouTube, IG, and on Facebook, pun intended, which I also follow all those groups. I think they say I got over 8,000 groups on Facebook, follow counting the sport ones included, and the other 4,000 the tall girl and everything else, as far as AI and everything else, as far as AR and everything else in the tall girl communities. But either way, and fitness communities for the other 4,000 down follow on Facebook. But either way, it wasn't hard to make her, honestly. It wasn't hard to make her too as well. Was it to beef. I keep saying to bath. Either way, it didn't take long to make her, obviously. She's in all the communities on Facebook, IG, and YouTube. I gotta find her channel and then I'll probably subscribe to her too as well. But either way, it was hard to make her, obviously. Didn't take long. Took about an editing because I had to match her face and look at her pictures on Facebook. Follows her facial features and I was able to match everything. And once I did that, the rest was history pretty much. Either way, as you can see, made Ekaterina from Russia, pretty much one of the tallest athletes, pretty much, because she played for Team Russia until I won a bronze. But I did see her face in 2000. Yes, I did. I was a teenager when I saw her win that bronze for Team Russia. And I said, she was better than I probably going to see her years later on social media. But she has money beyond money. But either way, good athlete. But either way, and she has, I think, 2 YouTube channels. I think she has one too. But either way, it wasn't hard to make her out. And once I was able to match her facial features, it wasn't hard, pretty much. So yeah. So all my content creation on X Recorded, you see her name right there. Pretty much X Recorded too. That's my gamer tag. I had that That's since 2022. Almost 4 years since I changed it. Got changed the Chun Li one and the Masuka Hishi one soon. Either way, this is okay. Maria tomorrow one of the people her birthday was in November. I was a good Scorpio. She did with some cognitive decline, not completely, but either way, kind of. Then she did with ADHD, but either way, don't like she has no stuff like it, but either way, wasn't hard to make her obviously. It didn't take long to make that. Just look at her picture on her YouTube account and match her facial features and everything. So it wasn't hard to make her obviously. So yeah. Okay, here. Made Bryce Hines one of my other fitness influencers on YouTube pretty much. Wasn't hard to make her obviously. If you saw my shorts in Unique Hutch, you saw the short obviously, which was awesome. We got a lot of clicks on those videos as far as so character creation, but either way, wasn't hard to make her obviously, so yeah, I don't kinda like the video, but either way, so yeah, it wasn't hard to make, it didn't take long, because once I was able to look at her body frame and physical facial features, it wasn't harder than the rest of the system. Once I made her, it was nothing, it didn't take long. Also made myself, I was able to put part of my last name, they couldn't put my whole last name, could do it and put the H-I-N-S-O-N, so I put Hutch instead. They wanted to, because of course I had some of my pictures that I took, obviously it wasn't hard to make myself. I was just looking at my body frame, how I was able to evolve over the years, but either way, didn't take long to make myself, obviously. So yeah, and then I made a diva version of myself, pretty much. Spelt my name with I-E, but either way, didn't take long to do that either as well. So it's all my character creation on Unique Hutch. Make sure you follow me on Unique Hutch on YouTube, pretty much. You'll see those videos that I made from the short 3-minute shorts, obviously. Got a lot of clicks on them, but I support too. But either way, on Unique Hutch. So make sure you follow all 4 of my YouTube channels, guys. Unique Hutch, KBH Podcast, and even on Tablet 2 when I make videos on the Tablet 2. And follow me on That's Much versus Series Madness versus PS6 All Metro on YouTube, and then News Frontiers 2, which I changed the name from News to News Frontiers 2, but you get the idea. Either way, that made glad it was one of my other fitness videos I follow on YouTube and IG and everything else on Facebook included. Wasn't hard to make her obviously. It didn't take long to make her obviously. From just had to match her facial features and the clothes that she was obviously wearing in the background. Also picture of her. It wasn't hard. It didn't take long. It took a few minutes, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. It wasn't hard for us to edit. But once I was able to do the editing, phrasing and everything else, it wasn't hard obviously. Either way, that made Spencer obviously. Didn't take long to make him obviously. He had the same birthday as me, Taurus, but either way, April 1, but either way, and didn't take long obviously to make him and her obviously, but either way, once I was able to match his face fit and everything, it did not take long, but either way, didn't take long, but either way, anyways, okay. Made Fafa Arujo, one of my fitness friends I follow all 4 of my YouTube channels, as well as also follow on IG as well. Did not take long to make her, obviously. And she has a lot of subscribers. She has over 700K, almost 800K now. She's almost at 1 million now. Because she works out every day, and I can tell too, because her body shows it. But either way, so yeah, you can see the her picture in the background. Pretty much put the phone one, obviously, because of course she's a streamer. More soon people you see in the background, you see all those phone images because they're all streamers and actual athletes in real life and doing things in real life. But either way, and doing YouTube as their side hustle, and then other things they're doing in real life as their true jobs. And other things as their side hustle. But either way, made Tall Girl Katie. Her birthday's coming up less than a month from now, come March. And then in March, either way, it wasn't hard to make her obviously. I was able to follow her channel on YouTube as well, so it wasn't hard to make her obviously. So yeah. Didn't take long as far as the facial features and the height. Once I matched the height and everything, the rest was history pretty much. So yeah, stay tuned for me showing the top ranked players on this on that's of course stay tuned for this. Obviously, I'm still showing my character. Stay tuned for that. I'll show you my character creation I'm working on. But either way, made I won Bonnie obviously. Birthday was in October, also a Scorpio, October 29th. Even though I heard being a basketball player, good. Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan bailed. Either way, California Bears fighting Trojans. Mostly she would have went to school because she is from California. Either way, it would have been fighting Trojans or California Bears. She would have went to either one of those schools if she had the choice, but she's up there in age now. Not really now, so she can't go to school, unfortunately. She would have took it seriously, though. They go sports, good basketball and golf player. And baseball player, if she was playing baseball, she'd have been a fireball closer. Either way, it wasn't hard to make her, obviously. But either way, it didn't take long to make her. But once I was able to look at her facial features and the height and the length, it wasn't hard to make her. It didn't take long to make her, pretty much. So yeah. Hey, Lucy T. I already know what her last name is. It wouldn't let me put her, so I put her last name as her initial for T. Didn't take long to make her, obviously. So from an editing standpoint, once I was able to look at her facial features, she's also the same height as Superman. I was 6'3", and she's 203 even. And her torso is at XXL because she's so long and lengthy. But either way, it wasn't hard to make her, obviously. It didn't take long to make her, obviously. So yeah. Made her down another one of my talking friends I follow on YouTube as well. She's almost dark side. Just 1 inch short of dark side, but she is dark side. 6'11", and she's only 201 based off her weight. And her torso is probably XXL or 1XL. But either way, it didn't take long to make her, obviously. You saw my videos on Unique Cut for also 3-minute shorts. It didn't take long to make her, obviously. So yeah. Either way, maybe one of my other fitness supporters as well. It didn't take long to make him out because the height, the frame, and the body work. But it didn't take long to make him out this way. He's already dating somebody, from what I know, based off his channel. He's dating somebody. But either way, it didn't take long to make him. Once I was able to edit his body and everything else and look at his facial features, everything was history pretty much. Rest was history, pretty much, is what I meant to say. But either way, we beat Patty, obviously. And she has 2 YouTube channels, but she's only at 100K, and she got over almost 1 and 2 on both her YouTube channels, on her main one and her one that revolves her yapping and everything on rambles and rants, and fitness industry and everything else. But either way, she's only at 100K now, and she's making true money beyond money. But either way, and she has a job in real life too. For when she says she has a job in her, but she does YouTube for both her YouTube accounts as her side hustle. But she has a real job. She told me she has a real job in real life. On her video, she has a real job in real life. But she does the fitness as her side hustle, as well as her content creation, both her channels. But she has a real job in real life. Bleeding B has a real job in real life, from what I know, from what I heard said in one of her videos. But either way, maybe a Winker, obviously. One of the fitness influencers I follow on YouTube as well. It wasn't hard to make her, obviously. Didn't take long to make her, obviously. Yeah. Honestly, and then once I was able to edit her, the clothes and the facial features and then the strength, and pretty much the rest is history, pretty much. Either way, made HD Fit, aka Young. She's having her first kid, by the way. Having a daughter now, so I had to edit her body because she is going to be bigger from waist down. She's going to be a light heavyweight now. She's having a daughter, from what I know, based off what I know, because I saw her I think a couple weeks ago, she's having a daughter, and it's going to be like her because facial features, she's going to be really athletic and really absolutely athletic, because most likely she's going to have most of the weight on her mom. She's going to be absolutely explosive and athletic, but either way. But she's going to be my weight. She's going to be between a cruiserweight and a light heavyweight. But either way, by the time she has a kid, and I think that'll be her last kid. If she has her only one, that'll be her last. But either way, her real name is Jan, obviously. And she's from Brazil, obviously. It wasn't hard to make her. I just had to edit her midsection, which come because she is having a kid, obviously. And by the time she has her daughter, obviously, she'll most likely be around my weight or surpass it. But she had most of the weight on her mom's end when she has that kid, daughter, pretty much. And she'll be athletic. I'm sure the kids, most of her, it's going to be unique like her, because absolutely athletic. And she's got over 1 million subscribers on her YouTube channel. I think she has another YouTube channel, but I think she's just getting to 1 million, or close to 1 million on her other YouTube channel. It has her name Jan on it, but either way, her name is Jan Fitness. But her main YouTube is HC Fit. But either way, I follow her and follow my old YouTube channel that had the copyright. I also follow my 3 other 4 YouTubes. But either way, May Gentleman, baby. It wasn't hard to make her, obviously. May Gemini, her birthday is less than 2 months from tonight, which is coming up fast. Either way, she'll be 43 this year, 1983. Either way, wasn't hard to make her, honestly. She's made a lot of content. She's only had 1 million subscribers herself, too. She just got the 700K mark as of over a week ago. Wasn't hard to make her, obviously. I gave her the maxi build for some. As you see, I gave some of the maxi builds to some of the fitness proposals that I made, and some of them the talent builds, as you can see. And I gave Tall Girl Kitty the Ivy builds, and I gave Murray Daho the Ivy builds. So it wasn't hard, obviously, and I gave one other talker you see in the middle, obviously on the top, I gave her the maxi belt. But either way, wasn't hard to make her. It didn't take long. Wasn't able to match her stuff and everything else. It wasn't hard to make her. I was a bit away. Made terrible. Him, aka Chris, one of my other fitness rules. I found YouTube's on her birthday's in May too, and she's an older woman. I'm 19. I should be 36 this May upcoming. Near the end of May upcoming when Gemini season starts. But either way, older one. It wasn't hard to make her because of course she is the fine tiger, dragon, dog, and mouse. And tiger just like me because of course she's Korean descent and also Japanese descent. Her father is those actually, and her mom was Caucasian, so she's a full-blooded Asian for both Korean and Japanese on her father's end, and most of the way came from her father's end. Either way, she's really short, not completely short. She's slightly short, but either way. She is athletic because she does make fitness content. She's been too busy making a lot of other videos. She hasn't had time to make the fitness content because she's been too busy working at her real job. But either way, she has over 4,000 subscribers, close to 4,000. Not saying 4,000, close to it, though, from what I know. But either way, it did take long to make her as far as the facial features and matching about everything. It did not take long. Either way, made Icky, obviously, one of my other fitness pride influencers, pretty much. Didn't take long to make her, obviously. As far as editing, pretty much, I was able to look at her picture and facial features on her. It did not take long to make her. Either way, stay tuned for me showing on the top overall players as far as character creation, and stay tuned for the top players that I'm about to show. I was at to show most of my character creations. Either way, get back to it. Either way, a PG Bun as well. One of the people I follow, she has I think she has 4 YouTube channels, but one of ways to her personal life, everything else. 2 of her channels relate to tech related stuff. Another one represents pride, and the other one represents her personal life, and then the other one represents her tech openings and everything else, as far as unboxings and everything. So she has 4 total YouTube, and I think she has 10,000 on one of those YouTube, and then she has 10,000 on her other, and then she has 5,000 on other YouTube channels. So she has almost 50,000 subscribers combined on all 4 of her YouTube channels. Either way, she has a lot of shorts too, as well. Either way. It was hard to make her, obviously, and putting that flower picture made sense, obviously. While I was editing, I said, okay, that makes sense. So it didn't take long. Didn't take long there. So either way, to make her, obviously. So yeah, made myself one from Ultra for a Super and Arcade Edition, pretty much. Wasn't hard to make her. I just had to look at the picture. I got all the pictures saved, so it wasn't hard to make her. It didn't take long for us to match the clothes and everything else. They had to match the pose and keep kicking it and everything else, so it wasn't hard to make her, obviously. Then I made her again for Street Fighter 5, obviously. Did not take long on that either. As I had all the women pictures, kind of AIR pictures that I got currently that I saved for most recently this month and last year, and all the other months I saved from last year. So it wasn't hard to make her for 4 and 5 either. It didn't take long. Either way. I also made Jummy again from Street Fighter 6. It did not take long. Whilst matching the clothes, obviously, and everything. It did not take long here. Either way, as far as the editing, I had all the pictures to make one, so it wasn't hard. As far as the editing was concerned, so it wasn't hard. Either way. That made Eric Stern, one of my other fitness influencers, on YouTube as well. She has a podcast on Spotify, and eBay also has podcasts now that they update. They had that update on their app, so they got podcasts on there now. eBay and now Amazon has podcasts now, and then I think I inspired and influenced that. But either way. And then now Tim is about to have it soon. They already got their own channel on YouTube, but they're about to have their own podcast on the app once they update the app. Again, then they'll have podcasts everywhere going forward here. I inspired it, but Braun just copied it. Mr. Francis didn't they just copied it. I'm still mad at you for copying my sources. I still haven't got that. Either way, anyways, I'm going to go off topic there, but either way. Made one of my other fitness influencers, also Asian descent. I think it's 3 Asian rich from what I know based off his info. Wasn't hard to make him, honestly. And, as far as the editing, and it did not take long. As far as the match clothes and everything else. As far as the clothing and the body frame and the physical stature. So it didn't take long to make him, obviously. So yeah. It's definitely totally another one of my talking friends. Fitness, of course, I also follow on YouTube. She also dates somebody in real life. She dates, forgot his name. I also follow his YouTube channel as well. And both of them had the channel for over 13 years for both. So, and they've been dating, I think, once they had both of them, I think that's how long they've been dating. Either way, it wasn't hard to make her, obviously, and she's also from Russia as well. And the way she's built to be a martial artist and built to be a basketball player, the way she's built from a length and wingspan standpoint. But either way, wasn't hard to make her, obviously. It didn't take long, but either way, anyways. Made Spicy Cow as well. Tribute to him. and her on this one too. He and him as well. Either way, wasn't hard to make him obviously. Did not take long. I think he represents 4 but either way, wasn't hard to make him and her. Obviously, it didn't take long from the physical body strength range standpoint. So it did not either way. Anyways, made my Uncle John as well. Did not take long to make him, obviously. All they did was look at his pictures on his Facebook account. It didn't take long to make him, obviously. All they did was look at his facial features. Okay, just go from there. And then by the editing involved as far as making my Uncle John, it's okay. But obviously, it didn't take long there. Either way. So, yeah. That made my aunt. I'm basically in SoCal. I told her I made her in SoCal. I wasn't joking. Either way, I actually had her made her twice, but my secret data was gone from that when I had that character creation on you saw my video Yin Yang Hell a while ago. I made her twice, but I had her in a WitchCon cosplay. But either way, if I was able to change her to the dress she is later, but either way, it wasn't hard opposite to make my aunt. Once I looked at the picture and the facial features and the skin complexion, it didn't take long to make her, honestly. So either way, didn't take long. Made my cousin Joe as well. Did not take long to match the physical frame of his and then picture and everything. It took a lot of editing to do, obviously. So yeah, did not take long there. Either way, made my cousin Sandra as well on SoCal, or Brianna on SoCal. It wasn't that hard to make her. I had to do a lot of editing on her. So I had to look at her pictures too as well on Facebook and everything else. The pictures I had saved from her a while ago, but either way, it wasn't hard to make her. Obviously, I had to do some editing though for the facial features, but either way, didn't take long to make her. Obviously, so either way, and my cousin Sandra as well on SoCal. Did not take long to make her. A lot of editing. Also physical frame and everything else. It didn't take long to make her here. But a lot of editing for the picture and everything else. But either way. Made Bruce Leroy, obviously. Tiger Dog and Dragon Ball. It wasn't hard to make him, obviously. I had to look at his physical frame and everything else. I had to look at his pictures on Google Chrome. I was able to match everything else. It wasn't going to take long to make Bruce Leroy and Shannon Leroy and all the other Leroy. It wasn't going to take long there. Either way. So it wasn't going to take long to make them. So you see Bruce Leroy and Shannon Leroy in the background, as you can see, pretty much. Didn't take long there. Either way. Made Safina, obviously, from all the texts from 0 through 8 and 9. Once they come that at 9 is cross-chain officially now, because the PS5 was, well, PS6 was what I meant to say, was delayed until 2020 because of the RAM shortage. At least Microsoft has the RAM, and Sony, not trying to go off the top, at least Sony does have the RAM, but it's going to take 5 years to get it because if they don't get the RAM soon, their PS6 might not happen. Not trying to go off the top, it's gaming related either way. They don't get that RAM, their PS6 in their hands is going to be dead on arrival if it comes out. Hashtag no PS6. Don't want to go on top of that, but either way, we'll give it away. But either way, at least Microsoft has RAM, Sony don't have RAM. But either way, they want to go on top of there. But either way, anyways, I made Safina. It wasn't hard to make her. I just had to make her, and once I was able to match everything, did not take long there. Either way. Then made myself a mission, obviously. Switched the fighting styles, obviously, because martial arts here. But either way, did not take long to make her, obviously. Took a lot of editing, though, as far as the clothes and everything else. Took a lot of editing, but either way. So, yeah. Made a Zaga also from Tekken 0 to Tekken 8 and 9. Obviously, now 9 is special cost gen. But either way, did not take long to make her. I actually had a different character made, but I made that same particular character twice. It was a different character. I forgot his name. So I was able to do that to make her sound. Did not take long to make her either, because I had all the equipment to make her, and the physical frame and everything else, and I was able to build her up as far as the strength pretty much, and it didn't take long to make her, obviously. So either way, made Sarah one of my other fitness supporters. Did not take long to make her, obviously. I had to look at her picture on you, just okay, just edit it out, and then go to the game, and then go from there. And didn't take long to make her, obviously. Took about 20 or 25 minutes of my time, but it took a lot of editing involved. But either way, made Victoria Pro, one of my other fitness employees, but also monthly pros as well. I think she's over close to 10,000 subscribers almost. But either way, it her birthday's coming too. But either way, didn't take long. It took about 30 minutes to make her. I had to look at her picture completely. I had to make sure I had to match her physical frame and everything from which standpoint. But either way, didn't take long to make her, obviously. Either way, made Tower Path for one of my fitness influencers on YouTube as well. Did not take long to make her, obviously. Either way, take long to make him, obviously. Either way, easy process to make him because he was truly short and then match his physical frame. Did not take long to make him here as well. So yeah. Either way, made Jordan Yo, obviously. Made I almost came close to making him twice best and over against and it would be pointless, but say to my character correction on for and that y'all gonna be absolutely ecstatic about that. But anyway, I have to do the new repost for that. But either way, once I make the character, so stay tuned for that. Either way, now I'll show you the top players on both accounts for SoCal for us working next week. I'll show you who's better than any fighting games. But either way, anyways, wasn't hard to make Jordan Yo. Obviously, he's one of my fitness ones. I follow on 4 of my YouTube channels, and maybe my old one if I'm able to access that one, re-access that one. But either way, didn't take long. Excuse me, birthday, obviously. Excuse me. But either way, it didn't take long to make him, obviously. So yeah, easy editing on him. Looked at the picture, his picture, and everything else. Did not take long there. Either way. They read up it was from Ninja Gaiden, all the Ninja Gaiden, OG, Black, and 4, obviously, and 5 and 6 once that comes out. Multi-platform either way. That didn't take long to make him an easy edit until about 35 minutes. Okay, I had to look at his face, eyebrows, and then everything else, and other things, and etc. So, yeah. Made Yakumo also from Ninja Gaiden 4, 5, and 6 as well. Wasn't hard to make him, obviously. Come on, my John's brother Kenny just finished the game for me, and there's a gold trophy he has to earn. He has to finish it on Master Ninja mode. He already finished on Hard Ninja mode, but I forgot the name of the trophy. I know it's Ninja something. It's not hard. Define hard being called the next trophy that Kenny has to earn is the Hard Ninja. That's Master Ninja. That's Ultimate Grand Master Ninja. I was like, whoa, is John brother Kenny gonna go for that trophy either way? Not gonna be an easy task because he had to go through that whole story while dying and be flawless. Either way. Anyways, made a Yako for Ninja Gaiden 4. It's counting the 5 and 6. The end game continues. They counted Shimu 4, 5 and 7. Might make him on Soul Calibur 6, but that'll be on first game when I make him though, and that'll be one of my first characters I used to make him on myself and my personality on Shimu. But either way, won't be hard to make him obviously. Either way, made him Marisa for Street Fighter 6. Did not take long to make. It was the easy part to make her. I had all the pictures saved, so once I was able to look at her picture, I was like, okay, just do the editing, body frame, everything else, go from there. Etc. So yeah, made Stan Fox. He just got to Stan Fox say this got to 1 million subscribers as of last year, and he's participated. I think he's at 1.2 now, close to 1.2 now. Represents Prime. Either way, I had to edit his body of pride because he did gain a little bit of weight and turned that weight into muscle if he did. But either way, wasn't hard to make him and her obviously. So didn't take long to make him. It was easy probably once I looked at his picture on his YouTube. So okay, just go from edit and then edit and everything else and go from there, I guess. Either way, it took about 35 minutes to make him. Either way, probably more than that if you know about the editing with the clothes and the body frame. Either way, made Wings, also one of my fitness supporters on YouTube as well. Did take long to make her obviously as well. Took about 2 hours to make her. I had to do a lot of editing involved also the picture and everything else and the image and the which columns. But either way, did not take long to make her hair. But other than 2 hours, but that was back on May when I made her. You see the date, May 6, 2025. But either way, I had to re-edit her. Obviously, did not take long there. Either way, made NYC, which is one of my Pride Month roses as well. Did not take long to make her, obviously. Easy project. It took about 3 hours to edit her body and everything else, and picture and all the memes as far as the covers, as far as the heaven and hell memes, as far as the blue and white and the red and white words. It took a minute. It took about 3 hours to do all. But either way, it did take long to make her, but it took long to us do all that editing. But either way, made mine from King of Fighters, all the King of Fighters from 0 to 15, 16 once King of Fighters 16 comes out. Sweet 16, but either way. It wasn't hard to make her. All they did was look at her pictures from Capcom and the King of Fighters. Okay, it won't take long to make her. It was too easy. You see the fire image in the background. It wasn't hard to make her out. It did not take long there. Did not take long there. Either way, that Maybach from Street Fighter 5, obviously myself off from Street Fighter 5. Wasn't hard to make myself a Street Fighter 5 false that personality. You know about running, honey, and cack on like usual. But either way, did not they want to make it. All they do was look at the pictures from cack on. It wasn't hard to make him, obviously. Myself twice here. They made myself from Street Fighter 6 years later. Wasn't hard to make that person on running, honey, and cack on. But either way, they're not too on to make him. Yeah, I know he might get this game, but he ain't gonna do over the character creation. He might just make all Kamen Rider characters. That's goddamn boy. You gonna get wrecked by better players here. Couldn't like some and everybody else that I know that plays Soul Kamen Rider, because you're gonna make all Kamen Rider character creations. But either way, anyways, made Sophie Reed. Sophie Reed's story was epic for us. Her fitness journey, and she's almost at 300,000 subscribers now. Probably surpassed that now. Going on 400,000 subscribers. But either way, counting me including I'm one of her subscribers. But either way, her journey was a journey, mate, and they know she is that record of the United Kingdom. But anyway, I was able to make her. It wasn't only took about an hour and a half to make her. I had to edit her body and everything else in the picture and her memes, the heaven hell memes and everything else. It did not take long to make her hair as well. Made never one of my other fitness girl influencers. I think I still have her channel, but I had to check to make sure. But either way, did not take long to make her, obviously. So either way, 30-minute video, keep the run going, I guess, obviously. And took about an hour and 15 minutes to make her, obviously. Probably even close to an hour and 30 minutes. I had to do all that editing. But either way, made Marina one of my other influencers as well on YouTube as well. Did not take long to make her. It was easy to make her. Was a physical frame. This took a lot of editing. It took about 5 hours to make this character. As you can see, it's on 7/12 on May of last year. That's how long it took this to do the editing and everything else. If I was having help means, but either way, so yeah, it did not take long there. Yeah, and did. Took a long time, 5 hours. As you can see, 7/12 on May of last year. Hey, Joanne Ray, one of my other influencers on YouTube as well. Her story is after this. She has a long story about her journey too, as well, as far as her having a job in her YouTube as her side hustle. But it's a long story for her, but it's a great story. Either way, it wasn't hard to make her. It took a lot of editing. Almost took 4.5 hours to make her. It took until 6:48 to finish editing her and saving her for the character creation. But either way, yeah, it wasn't hard to make her, obviously. Babe Pretoria, aka Six Pack Chick, also followed her on YouTube as well. And most I think I already followed her Twitch as well. But either way, it wasn't hard to make her, obviously. It took a little bit of time, another 5 hours to make her. Got to edit her body and everything else, look at her physical frame and everything else. Did not take long there. Either way, but was able to get it done. Took a long time though. 7:42 on June 3rd of last year. Okay. Now this one took a little bit more fitness. One of my other festivals on YouTube that I actually made. It took about almost 7 hours to make her. You see the time, 8:39:02. Took a minute for us the editing, pretty much, and was able to better her body and everything. I was looking at her picture, and I was able to imagine her image for us, which kind of told myself, okay, I know I'm going to do her as far as clothes and equipment here, and the builds here. So either way, you can see more than half my character either has the Talon build, the Maxi build, and Taki build, if you know about being a ninja, pretty much. So either way, one person has the Taki build. Well, 3 of the people have the Taki build, which is real, as you saw in Yakumo and I'm not sure. But either way, maybe enjoy. That took a minute to almost 5 hours, 6 hours. That was on June 1st, last almost 8 o'clock. I made this character. But either way, took a journey to get there. But either way, oh, bastards. Sensitivity control. Made the song of it. This didn't take long. It took a couple hours. Made it 1:17:14 p.m. on June 6th, last year, obviously. Did not take long to make her, obviously. As long as the other characters, as you saw in the background. But either way, did not take long. Once I was able to edit her picture and everything, I was like, okay, this is not going to take long here. Either way, anyways. Made Otter Botograph as well. Did not take long to make her because she isn't a renter. Did not want to make her. She's almost at 800,000 subscribers. She's closing on 1 million herself, and she does have a real job in real life. I grew up in real life, and she has YouTube as her side hustle, so she has money beyond money. But either way, most YouTube content I know either have a full job and YouTube as their side hustle, or have part-time as YouTube as their side hustle. But either way, approaching 10,000 career views on my videos. Wow, less than 40K away from reaching 10,000 views on my videos. That's crazy. I had to catch Henny in that category too. Anyways, made William Lee as well. My mother and influencers I follow on YouTube as well. Wasn't hard to make him, obviously. It did not take long. For the physical stature and everything else. Did not take long there. Either way, I think I still got him following unique. I had to check to make sure. But either way, did not take long to make him, obviously. Took long enough. Took about 3 hours. Not as long as my other characters. But either way, made MDJ finish. This didn't take long to make. It only took me about an hour. It took me probably 8 hours for it to say 10:28. But I was too busy multitasking. But yeah, it did take long to make her, obviously. So took a long time. About 8 hours. Either way. But it didn't take long for us to edit her body and everything else. So yeah. Hey, Chris Harry is one of my other fitness for the follow on YouTube as well. Did not take long to make him. Said the only issue I had making him do was the skin compression. I had to match it, but it didn't take long to make him. Obviously, as you can see, yeah, it didn't take long to make him. Either way, they made a made-up character. This was a made-up one. Immortal. I made this one up. Obviously, did not take long to make it. I made it. The race manifested and mutated. I was a female. Obviously, did not take long for us to edit the clothes and everything. I made her extremely tall. Immortal House. This is a made-up character. This is the only character I got that made up. Either way, did not take long to make that made-up character. Obviously, but either way, I'll destroy you all. But either way, either way, yeah. Hey, Kevin saying another one of my fitness supporters on YouTube. Yes, did take long to make him out. It took him about 8 hours, and this was last week when I made this character. It took about a little bit of a long time to make him, as far as the editing standpoint. Did not take long there. I was able to follow his chunk of the channel popped up. But either way, he had a lot of fitness content as well. I think he has a second channel as well, but that one focuses on his personal life. He has a real job in real life too. Either way, and he has YouTube as a side, so he has money beyond money, and he's already Asian descent from China. But either way, it wasn't hard to make him, obviously, so it didn't take long there. Made Dylan Cole. That this one took a minute. It took me all the way until it was time for me to go to bed to make him. It took about 7.5 hours to make him. 11:05 HP. January 11, 2020, that you can see, which was last week, obviously. Took a minute. Took most of my time to make him. It took a long time. Either way, and he's almost at 600,000 subscribers himself. So yeah, go figure on that there. Made Angel Fernandez. A lot of people know about her. Obviously, it wasn't hard to make her. That's it. It wasn't hard to make her match her voice and everything. Once I did to match her voice, editing with the rest of history, pretty much. And once I edited her, as far as the Ivy Bell, the rest is history. But it was able to get that done. Made Bryson Tabone. That didn't take long to make him, obviously, because I already had him follow one of my fitness pros on YouTube. I already had him follow on IG and Facebook, follows the groups, in the groups here. But it didn't take long to make him, obviously. It took a minute too, because I started playing that during that morning. It took about an hour and a half to make it. It didn't take long there. Made Fiasco, one of my other fitness I follow on from my YouTube channels here. Did not take long. I had him made twice. I didn't know I made him twice until I saw that I placed that same character with Zawi, as you saw in the previous part of the video. Either way, didn't take long to make him, obviously. 40 minutes, keep the rank going, I guess. But either way, didn't take long to make him, obviously. Did not take long. But either way, anyways. Made Jingles Armor as well. Wasn't hard to do that. Other than the hair, I had an issue with his hair because I was trying to figure out if I was going to have the actual facial hair. The one with the wavy, so I had to give him the samurai one for now until I get that other add-on later on for Sony later on. Then I'll be able to put the Jingles on my hair through his real actual hairstyle on him. Either way, did not take long to make him, obviously. From a creation standpoint, it took about 2.5 hours. I was looking at his picture and everything else. So yeah, either way. Made Alice Bank, another one of my fitness supporters on YouTube. It did not take long. Took about an hour and a half to make him. Compared to all the other kids, it took about 8 hours each for the other ones, as you saw in the background. But either way, so yeah, did not take long there. Either way, to make him. Made Strider Haru from The game Strider, the game Capcom with Strider and Multiple Marbles Capcom 3. Years later, though. It wasn't hard to make him, obviously, of a ninja. It didn't take long. It was just the hair. I just had to figure out if I had to get the hairstyle, the hairstyle right, pretty much. I said, okay, I gotta get the add-on to get his hairstyle, so it would make it look more unique. But either way, made Casey kill one with the other new. He's new for a minute. But keep the ramble going. I guess. But either way, he's new, obviously. And I'm working on. I just finished editing him last Monday, this Monday, obviously. So it wasn't hard to make him. Obviously, it did not take long there. Made Debbie from Kristen Debbie, about their channel on YouTube, mental health issue channel. Working on them two right now. Wasn't hard to make them two. If I was to edit, I just had to look at the picture, obviously knowing that they work on that channel. Obviously, it's not gonna take long to make them, but either way, if I was editing, it won't take long. Either way. Alright, guys. So most of my characters, as you can see, showing where I'm at as far as the storyline. Pretty much, I finished the whole storyline, completed the whole thing, relived it though. But I'm trying to get that trophy. The Warriors was probably on the Heaven and Hell side. Completed all the storyline, all the story, relived it, everything 100%, everything done. Counting the Geralt one, which I got through that add-on a while ago, did not take long. 100% did not take long. Beating Demonte's main print did not take long there. Whole storyline is complete 100% here. It's gonna probably take me a minute to relive it on Furry Kingdom, obviously. But either way, showing where I'm at as far as the Heaven and Hell. So I'm doing the Warriors for Spite trophy. I'm about to earn that soon. Now I'll be done with this Heaven and Hell, so I don't have to go any farther unless I'm going for other trophies that I bought the Heaven and Hell side quest. But either way, and get all the equipment. This is where I am right now. By the time I get there, my character creation will be already at 99. Either way, right there, right now. But yeah, that should be done with that, and getting more soul points to get the other equipment. Either way. Now we get to the nitty gritty and show off the top players and Soul Cat right here. Ooh, bastards. Didn't mean to do that there. Damn it. Rankings. There we go. Alright. Rankings by region. Here we go. Now I did bills on that on Furry Kingdom Furry Kingdom. I was gonna give it for a while ago. So this is the number one whatever that character is for Soul Cat, and then Scone's in the number 2. And the rest of the characters are in the top. Ooh, bastards. My bad for that. Gotta go back to the North America. My bad. Hold up. There we go. These are the top players in the world. Players on the level that Henny will never be on the level on. Because he can't beat these players. I told him on this saying he can't beat these players. They're too good, bub. They've been playing fight games long before your time. Even in Tekken, if they were already Tekken God Prime 7 and whether they are God Destruction Infinite, they're way ahead of your time here. Unless you don't want to admit that. Diamante and Henny included for us rage quitting fighting games. I'm not down Diamante's greatness here because he's already a leader. Tekken, is he God Destruction Infinite? No, but he'll be there in no time. God Destruction Infinite, but it was going to stop from getting there is running the players that are better than him. So Henny and Capcom was going to stop from beating these players in Soul Calibur. Even in Capcom and other fighting games, it's himself and that goddamn ego. Either way. Intoxicated on his own Jimmy Bowden, Money Mayweather Jr. and Austin Theory. You know what that guy and Russell. But either way, be careful what you wish for in the WWE right now. Either way, those are players at the top, round up the top 100. This for all of North and South America, pretty much. Goes down to I think a billion players. As far as the billion players, it's gonna be a long way. I don't know if I'm gonna go through all that, but these are the top 100 players. As far as their mains, even with the character creations included. Stop it right there. Go to the Europe. Those are the top players in Europe. If you're talking about the Netherlands, Dutch, Russia, Germany, China, Ireland, Scotland, Canada, if anybody that represents that city, and probably I can go to the United Kingdom, Australia, another part of the United Kingdom, Australia, and everything else. These are your top 100 players. Right? It goes to a billion falls. The whole list goes to a billion players falls the ranks, but so many great players. It's hard to even say who's the true GOAT, but there's a lot of GOATs, as you can see right here. A lot of GOATs. true GOATs. Well, it's the number one player, and that's the number one player. God, but it's the number one player here. But either way, it goes to up to 1 billion or trillion players. Falls the top trillion players in Soul Calibur 6 here. Either way, got a lot of great players and more better players than Deontay in Soul Calibur. Much more dominant if you talk about Bandai Namco here. We do need a Soul Calibur 7 here because they're going to add more character slots. Because when I looked up Soul Calibur 3, they said they only got 40, less than 30 character creation slots for Soul Calibur. I said, that sucks on the PS2. That sucks. And then Soul Calibur 2 only had 25 plus character creation slots, and then Soul Calibur 1 only had 20. And 4 and 5 had 50 character slots each, and then 6 had 100. So when Soul Calibur, we need a Soul Calibur, but when Soul Calibur 7 does come out, whether that comes out, I hope it does, that's going to have 150 characters, which gives me more time to make more characters. Oh, the same characters I made on 6 here years later, though. More and more years could age it well here. Aging well here. But either way, top 50 players in the world, top 10 players as of currently, and then the top 50 goes down to the top billion, which I think that's the last ranked top billion in terms of rank points. But either way, so there you go. Scrolling through it right now. Either way. Okay, here. Top 100 players. Just scroll down. A lot of GOAT players. Falls the Hall of Fame in Soul Calibur. A lot of GOATs, a lot of GOATs. As you can see. Those are your top 100 players in Europe for all other cities worldwide counting. If you count the other cities that nobody pays attention in Europe, unintended here. Alright, Asia in the middle, if no one being that race on the Hans in there, but either way. Top 100 players in the Asia in the Middle East, counting other parts of Korea, China, Japan, what's other agency? The Philippines, yeah. Vietnamese, you know, being that race too, and anything else. Either way. So many GOAT players, so many GOATs. Either way. Players that Henny wish to be on the level up, but Henny would not be on the level of these players. He wish. Not 15 to 1 when he was elite with Ray, and then now as of now, a lot of wrestlers Ray 6 years later, probably beyond that with Ray. But Misery, well, it's company with Ray. Karma is a bitch. Either way. Here, go. Well, I'm bit almost, I don't know if you thought right going, I guess, but either way. Top 100 players in the world. It goes to 1 trillion, but it's a long list. But so many GOATs, like I said. Get somebody with Donald with Diamantes, man. See, Diamante wished to beat this player because it's a mirror match. You're not going to beat this player. He has more rank points. So you might say they don't matter. It does. I'm not saying you're saying that, but a lot of people say of casuals will say rank don't matter. I told Joe that too. Rank does matter in fighting games. And not just about innovation. It's about creativity. It's about what you've done for me lately in Capcom, in Soul Calibur, and any other game that relates to fighting counter. It's about what you've done for me lately. It's been up and down, either wrestle up and down, or mid if you know about being a mid player in fighting games. It's what it is, Joe. What it is, Joe. Either way, anyways. Not down your non because Capcom, you are mid. And only reason why Johnny didn't tell you this because if he had told you, you would have been honestly insulted. Either way. But you know I'm right, though. You know he's right, though. He ain't lying there. Either way. Anyways. The top 100 players in the world. This is top 100 players in the world. Overall. Here we go. Wow, a lot of GOATs here. So many Mount Rushmores of Soul Calibur. They'll be hyped in Soul Calibur, so I guarantee it. Plus characters and creation period. Including the character you have to buy, like 2B is from Nera Elmana on part 1. You have to buy that character because she's from Nera Elmana part 1 in 0. And 1.5 got become his God's edition. You know what that Game of the Year edition was defined 1.5 1.5, and then 2 Game of the Yorha edition. You know what that word, that's the way you say it. Game of the Yorha. But the way they call it for actually Game of the Yorha edition. And that was unanimous. But either way, I'm going to go off top of that. But either way, top 100 players in the world. It goes to a top trillion players in the world, but it's a long way to go down to positive player points. But either way, players that wish the amount of which to be on the level up to me, he's not. Mental block is the way you beat an all-time great. I'm telling you that now, since you are dealing with help mental health with just one. Mental block is the way. This way for Henry, even as a normal say, you can't beat this player. Too much of an ego. The amount has 1-2, but it's honest. Henry's is the player that's different between you and his. Either way, players that Henry Wood should be on the level of, you know, and he would never be on the level of these goats. That's, you know, you got to go when you're playing these goats right here, especially in the mirror match of that same player or not. Either way, let's see here. Okay, guys. I think I showed you everything as far as, oh, rank is my style. Yeah, let's do that too. Forgot about that part. Either way. And this is in the mirror match of the Montage player. Diamante would not beat these players, especially the mirror match. All these players are goats, falls to rank players. These are players are better than Diamante with his man. Even if he is doing the combos with, which is one of his favorite rounds, you're not beating these players. I'm telling you that right now. You might play to win, but they'll make you look simple and stupid. Not to say you're stupid in general. I'm not calling you stupid on that. Just make you look simple and foolish. Even in a mirror match of that main or mains of the other main over Roman will away. They'll make you look dumb. Honestly dumb. And make you feel beat this player with your mental block. Like I said, mental block gets in the way. I told you in the previous video, mental block gets in the way of that there. Either way, these all players from all worldwide, counting North Carolina, South Carolina, all the other parts of the United States, counting Europe included. So let's go to it here. Either way, players that they want to wish to be on the level, wish to be, which is a good thing. And a bad thing depending on if you run into this player at the wrong time. But he wishes to be good in these games, but he'll never be because of goddamn ego, just like Diamante with honesty. Honest ego for Diamante, but ego for Annie. That's the difference between you as ego and your ego with mental here. That's the difference between you and him. He's just knowing to stop the either way. Whereas any wish to be on the level up because he can't beat these because they're godlike. Either way. Top 100 Missouri's in the world, show you the top song Leons in the world. So as you can see right there, a lot of goats right here. Never gets old right there. A lot of goats, a lot of goats. So many great players in Soul Calibur. A lot of people still doing tournaments for that game at Mirror Life, from what I know. Top talkies in the world, if you know about Miss Sama's main, Rain Sama's main top talkies in the world. Miss Sama will be on this list if she was playing online on this, because she would be already on this one. She'd be in the top 50. I wouldn't say top 10 because of so many great talks, but she'd be in the top 50, bub. And that's just a guaranteed because the way Miss Sama played with her main, and Cal is probably the same way she played on Soul Calibur. So yeah, she would be in the top 50. She's not on this list yet, but if she was playing online, she would be already in the top 50 in terms of rank points with talkies. She's that good, even her creative self. If she made herself, that's how good she would be. Either way. So many great talkies, as you can see. The only thing that would have killed my homegirl Miss Sama in the mirror match was these mirror matches of all cities worldwide, especially when the talkies in the mirror matches. Especially if she was already on this list, but she's not yet. But if she was, she would be on this list either way. So many great talkies, so many great goats. Either way, the list goes on. It goes to the top billion, but either way, top 100 talkies in the world. Okay. Top maxes we know about martial arts here. Wow. Probably been humble in the mirror match when I was playing these mirror matches with my character creation selves here. Or characters I made here, but either way. Either way. So many great goats. This name is very unique, but either way. Anyway. Top maxes in the world, 100 maxes in the world. From all cities worldwide. Here we go. So many great goats and Soul Calibur, you know, they'd be mostly dominating Capcom like me here. Either way. Okay, here. Top, and then the 100, top 150. Pretty much kind of crazy. The list goes on and on and on. Okay, here, top photos in the world. So many great photos. Let's see. So many great photos. Oh, let's skip. Oh, gotta go back. There we go. Alright. So many great photos, you know? A double O and double D, you know? So many great photos. The top 100 photos of the world, then top 100 Sophias of the world. You know what the other character you had to buy be add on, pretty much. So many great players. So many great goats. Oh, I have to go back here. I meant to click the next 50. There we go. All right. So many great Sophias, like I said, obviously. Either way. So many great players. Not to the Swick first, if we know about him with Nightmare years ago, years later. Faceless Justice, the number one, he is the GOAT. Fathers the Swigfrids. One of the all-time greats, Ultimate Grandmaster with those rank 1 Ultimate Grandmaster. That's pretty impressive. So many GOATs. Hold up. Made to go to down to the top 50 before I scroll down. So many great Swift. Sorry about that. Made to go down to the Swift. Here we go. So many great Sith rigs, you know. Which players wish Henry to be on the level? He wished to be on the level on the 8th, but I would say. Either way. Gotta go down to the top 100. Here we go. Okay. About to show you the obvious ones in a minute. But these are your top 100 Swigfoods in the world in terms of rank here. Now we get to the nitty gritty. Oh. There, sure. Gotta go back. Give me a second. I gotta find Ivy. Hold up. Oh, there we go. The top Ivies in the world. Here we go. Almost an hour video. Keep the Browns open. It's going, I guess. But either way. Top Ivies in the world. Top 100. These are your top 100 Ivies in the world. For all cities worldwide here. Oh, that's it. Top 150 Ivies in the world. That did scroll down. Either way. Alright. It goes on and on. The list goes on and on and on. Okay. Top kilts in the world. Let's get to it here. So Mind Wolf is the GOAT, follows the kilt, and even in the mirror matchups. That's impressive here. Hey, wish to be on the level on these players. Then I wish to be on the level on these players too. So many great GOATs, you know. Players that Demon cannot beat if you tried. You got no rank point. They got the points, you got none. They're gonna make it look like a child, boy. Demon include it in here. They're gonna make Henry look like a child in this game too. If you made all the common around the characters for them, so we'll make these players all the rank gonna make look like a child. They're gonna make Demon look like a true child. They're gonna make Henry look like a severe child. Embarrass all the but you want to embarrass all the boy. Y'all gonna get laughed at. You know, he knows like to be bullied. Especially y'all get bullied by the better player here. Either way. Anyways. Top Zengas in the world. Let's get to it here. So many great players, pretty much. So many great players as far as that. Zengas, pretty much top one Zengas in the world. So many great GOATs here. You know? Either way. Yeah. The top Yoshimitsu's in the world. This is up Moonsault Slayer's alley, if you know about him. Shout out to Moonsault Slayer on this. Top Yoshimitsu, he will be on this list. He will be the number one for his city. He would not be the number one in Europe, but he be the number one for his city because that's how good he is with Yoshimitsu. My homeboy Moonsault Slayer here. Either way. That's how good he is. But either way, he will be on this list. If he was playing, so he will be on this. I don't know if he has soul cameras, but if he is, he will be on this list. Up there with the Mount Rushmore of Yoshimitsu. You know about the Yoshimitsu being on all 7 soul cameras and all 8 tactics count from 0 to 8 here. Either way. Most likely will be in the top 20 because of what he does in Tekken with Yoshimitsu. He'll be in the top 20 on this list for so he'll be on this list. Well, Clutch should be on this list because that's his true main. I know going Moose also carried by Yoshi. You can't say if he's already got destruction. It took him a minute to get there though, but he's already there now. All the way to God Destruction 1, and then the last rank with God Destruction, and then he is God-like. Either way, shout out to Moose also on that too. But either way, when you get to that rank, either way. But if he was playing Soul Calibur 6, he would enjoy the game from the storyline standpoint. But if he was playing online, he'll be out there with these skills as far as the top Yoshimitsus in the world. He'll be on this list. Well, I even question not done Musou Slayer's greatness in this game. But if he was playing this one like right now, but either way. And Naruto, if he had a main and Naruto over his mains, well, he'd probably be already Hokage rank with that. Those mains shout out to Musou Slayer if he was playing that too. But either way. Top nightmares in the world, about this character. That's why he did not run from 5 and 4, So Culture Boy is 173,000 number one nightmare. He's Ultimate Grandmaster. I see. That hour video gotta keep video going, I guess. But either way. Top nightmares in the world. But you see this player as the number one right here. It's absolutely sick for all the players. Absolutely sick. Absolutely sick. Either way, you are a GOAT. When you have all those player points, you are. So those are the top nightmares in the world. The list goes on and on and on, etc. Now, the top Astros, here we go. And Neverland's the number one Astro in United States, I see, in Europe, worldwide. So many great Astros. The list goes on and on and on. Top 100. Even though the top billion player, but he's in the number one for good reason there. And he was up to the hype. Obviously, that player that's number one for us, the Astros. But either way, so he was the number one if you know about pirating games, if you know about Cervantes here. But either way, so A works and best no one Cervantes. Barely above MT Minnow in terms of rank points. But either way, that's impressive for sure. A lot of great Cervantes, if you know about pirating games here. But either way, so a lot of goats. Either way. See who the top Raphaels are. Apoc Revolution 6 is the number one Raphael I see. Mostly he'll be Hokage on Storm Connection in Storm 4. Well, he'll be already Hokage. That's a no-brainer. Because that's how good he is. If he's that good in Soul Calibur, he'll be that good in Naruto. Probably surpass Joe's greatness in Naruto. But he's doing how he got all the way to Hokage rank. And so you can't question these goals here, bub. They're way ahead of your time. Especially when they play all fighting games on a variety of fighting games. We still don't stick to the same goddamn studios. Either way. Anyways. A lot of great Raphaels, as you can see. Pretty much. So, great with the towns. So, Tear Crusher 1 is the number one town in the world. Absolutely sick with them rank. You see all the rank points? Absolutely sick. He's too good of a town. He's probably that good in Naruto as well. Either way, so many great towns, Either way, the list goes on and on. So many great towns. So many great ones. Let's go to the terrorists. Nobody uses that character online like that. I think they do, but it's not people on my friends that know they use that character. The rest they do. I could be wrong though, but either way. CMX Jr. is the number one terror, and then Terror Crush, who's the number one for his other mains, number two on the list for terror break points. Well, that's impressive. He's done with multiple mains, getting that. You see the shine and see the achievement in Capcom. Got multiple mains of having held the seat rank 3 on, so you are canon here. Either way, you are the GOAT here. He wishes to be on the level on these players, and so is him all day too. Either way, a lot of great terrors I see. The Mount Rushmore, if you know about being in the Hall of Fame, the gaming museums, Gaming museums, Top Sesamoons in the world. Wow, it's a lot of great ones. And Beanie Thuggish is the number one so far. Absolutely sick, man. So many great Sesamels, Either way. So many great Sesamels, See, it's top girls in the world of never being a Southpaw, pretty much what that represents me. I'll be on this list, but it's be tough to even get to 100,000 rank points with that many if I was to find it. I could even get 50 if I get 50,000 rank points if I get that far. Probably in the top 50 if I was, because that is one of my mains in Soul Calibur with no other character creation here. Now I use one of my made-up character creation for that build, but either way. So many great girls, being a Southpaw here in Soul Calibur here. So many great ones, Top Israels in the world, about having hell for this one. Damn, Hero Joe's the number one as well. with the rank points. Almost 250,000 rank for almost. Absolutely sick. You are a goat. And he is not. He hates you. He hates me. He hates me. He's down to his falls to Mount Rushmore fighting games. He wants to be a lot of things. He wants to be a lot of things. Jimmy Butler, third, and Austin, then Mayweather Jr. Either way, so many great as it was, you know. Hour and 5 minutes. Yeah. He's one of the top routes in the world. Bring Regal Blades to #1 in Japan. Almost 200,000 rank points. Absolutely sick, man. You ought to go here, and he's not. He wants to be the GOAT, but he's not self-proclaimed, but he ain't representing that well either. Either way. Yeah. A lot of great Geralds. So many great ones. Let's see here. I already got that character made away add on when I got the cosmetics a while ago. The top 2 bees are up in about near amount of 1 and 1.5 become as gods in it. Part 2, game of the Johan, there's been about near amount of. Either way. So many great 2Bs. She's also an add-on here. You got to get on Soul. You got to purchase her separately, you know, the Kuza cosmetics and everything else. Other cosmetics from Soul Calibur 4 and 5 and everything else in 3. But anyway, some of the great 2Bs, you know. Yeah. Top Amy's in the world. Wow. And Boo Porter ain't no scrub, but Boo Porter ain't no scrub. 500,000 rank points. Absolutely sick, man. He ain't no scrub at all. That's a GOAT for sure. With those rank points. Didn't want to wish to be on the level on that player. You know, being God, like, either way. But he wish to be on the level on that player, then he would say it too. You're not level on that player, I'll tell you that right now. So many great players, guys, for us, the Amy's. Okay, guys. There's a couple more characters that I had to show for us, the top players. I think I showed all. I think I showed all of them. I think so. There's a few more characters than that. I think I showed all which comes. But either way, top Cassandras in the world. So many great Cassandras, you know. Top Hilda's in the world, and Bond Raven's #1 in the world with 3 different mains. Absolutely sick, man. You ought to go Self and beyond something. That's undisputed GOAT of all time here. Either way, you know. Haramaru, the other character you had to pay for the DLC for, obviously, in the cosmetics for Soul Calibur 4, 5, and 6, obviously in 3. Either way, that's them all these other men of heaven and hell pretty much, and he would not beat this player in the mirror matches. All these ghosts you see on this switch will humble them on the mirror like a child with those rank points. He has none, 0. They'll make him like a child, and they'll treat him like none of those like to get bullied. And so Henny had ran into these players, so he would have got bullied. Because his main had just been Chiron, he would have made all common modern character credits in that shit for all the 100 and the 100. He would have used all the 100 character credits to make all common. I said, well, he'll never now because you got no points, they got all the points. So Henny is him in this game in Soul Calibur. I don't want to hit that. Don't want to hit that either. Salty runs for Henny in all fight games, kind of careful on the Soul Calibur. Alright. Yeah. Calm at the bench. Either way. Alright, top sexicals in the world, pretty much. Apocalypse is the #1 sexica I see. Absolutely sick, man, with those break points. Absolutely sick. You ought to go. If you're a girl, you ought to go, for sure. Most underappreciated girl game that's down in so got even more underappreciated here. Either way. So many great players, you know. See here. List goes on and on and on. And I think this is the last character. Top Hwang's are up about being a dragon and a ninja for both. Or dragon and everything else that he represents follows this moveset. But either way. Telskin 61's the top Hwang in the world. That is absolutely sick. Let's get that bird down. See what those are. Absolutely sick, man. You are a GOAT here. And he hit you, didn't want to hit you for that too. You really don't say it out loud. You aren't, it's my aunt, so you aren't the word saying it out loud. The envy shows it. Either way, so many great Hwangs, you know? I think that's it. Okay, guys. I think I showed everything there. Let's see. Back out here. Okay, there. Long video, guys. Wow, almost an hour. Wow, hour and 10. Either way, okay, guys, end the video right there. So you like this type of content, obviously. Follow all 4 of my YouTube channels. Unique Touch KBH podcast. Also, I'll continue those videos on my tablet too as well. So you guys see more podcast pictures on that too as well. To get my tablet at the end of the month after I get my haircut. Got a lot of shopping to do on Instacart and Amazon as far as to get my candy and everything else, and tabbing off of eBay and everything. I got a lot of shopping to do. Once I show what I was getting from Amazon tomorrow. But either way, well, it's jar ranches. But either way. Notify me on PSN. That's for Glory 2 for a King. Stay tuned for the character creation. That's coming up too as well. I just got to figure out what I'm going to make when I'm for Kingdom Hearts. I got to figure it out. As I probably have to reload that story and finish it this time. But either way. Notify me on Facebook. It's my whole main name spelled backwards. You see in all the groups down there, for all the support groups and everything else, and the other groups are representing all good and fitness and programs. But either way. Give me my gamer tags on PSN. That's for Glory 2 for a Kingdom. Show me a he sheep, but I gotta change that gamer tag soon. Once I got a he sheep, I gotta change both of those gamer tags soon. And so in Town 64, blow out the PR. But you'll know it's me, obviously. Either way. Give me my IGs, Electriconami, WB Legend 2, Cosm, Instagram, Fall Through Nice from my one, but that one's gone. I deleted that one as of a couple weeks ago, and it's been deleted ever since. Either way. Well, to find me on TikTok on Lin Queen 3 and TikTok White and TikTok Hutch 1. Those are both my TikTok. I had a previous main one, but I couldn't actually get my own information was on that one there. Either way. Either way. You know where to find me on Google Play. That's Stephead 56. Let's see here. Well, you give me my Twitches. Cyber Furry King, and Gamer Heart 6. I disabled my Raven Kill Roth one because I couldn't access my information. So if I make a 4th Twitch, that'll be with a different name this time around. But either way. So I'll have 4 Twitches total. Once, but I'll probably use my Meta or email or Gmail for that other one, the one that I started getting notifications for. But either way. You know where to find me on all social medias, Karen, Google, Yahoo, Outlook. You can find me on Cloud off at 5859 Retro for you. Know it's me on Cloud, and whether I decide that I'm going to get that Microsoft on, I've got to figure that out. Still debating here. I'll stick to Cloud either way. Guys, in the video right there. That was a long video. That was a long, obviously. Stay tuned for more bills coming up this week, guys. Yeah, this is. Stay tuned for the next bills coming out later on during the week. And I might get back to making my shorts on Unique Hutch and KBH. I gotta make no 3-minute shorts and 1-minute shorts in a good while. It's been long overdue, and I gotta get back to making those shorts. But either way, you know, that's for some as well. And you said it'll fall to data tier lists. Gotta get back to those bills as well. So stay tuned for those bills, guys. Will come later on in the week. Yeah, this is.